Guide Part 6. I guess I'd say take 2 because I originally was going to do the trial mode first and cover that a little bit, but it doesn't. I guess, like I said, I'll just wait until I get a guest to come along with us. We're not powerful. We aren't strong enough yet to do it. Again, there's probably a more ideal time to do it anyway, to get through it. Not a big deal. But, yeah, I was gonna cover it in part 5, the, rock toys, which is what we're doing right now. And if you, had been, if you've been, with me thus far, in part 5, we were on our way to the rock toys, though I got disconnected. So if you've been with me thus far, you should know where we're at and know what we're doing. Although I would like to take down the video I just made because it was an accidental part 6, I guess. It was not the intended one. Again, since it's live, some things will not be perfect. So I'll have to edit them personally. Get rid of them. Let me edit this. Hold on, I'll get this down. Content, I'll take it down. My bad. Take it down right now. Delete, user. Cool. Now, I deleted that. I do apologize. Like I said, I must have taken trial mode on way too early. And also, it's better off doing it with a guest. But I did want to get into more about the gambits because we're going to have to learn. People, listen to me here. Gambit system is a very tricky combat system, but it does pay off if you put the work in. Like I said, I pre-molded each of the jobs and tailored them in the Zodiac Age with that of the ninja, the sky pirate, the master of weapons, or you could say the master of them. Master magic, the mage, I guess, the mystic or the time mage or the marksman. I guess you call it marksman, headhunter, whatever. In other words, each character's job is exactly that. It's what they represent themselves as. So Bosch is a master of the sword. Henceforth, his job is exactly that: a samurai, or a sword master, master of the blade. So he is a knight, and eventually will be Bushai Knight. Ash is a Dragon Slayer, or a foe breaker in the fullest, which means Ulan, and a Dragoon, more or less. And a Dragoon is to be paired with the foe breaker, in my opinion, to make the perfect, what do you call it, Dragon Slayer or foe slayer, you know, monster slayer or monster hunter. Though you could argue to pair it with other jobs, yes, but I'm in pursuit of recreating the main job lineup of Ivalice in the, you know, to begin with, in its most authentic form. And that would have to be Ramza as a mercenary, like Vaughn being a ninja, Balthier being an orator or negotiator, as a machinist and a white mage, Fran being a marksman slash headhunter, you know, a master mechanic or a master of weapons, as a time battle mage, Bosch as a swordsman or master of the sword, a samurai, Ash as a foe breaker, you know, monster slayer, and Pinello as a, like I said, sort of like a monk, a dancer, sort of fighter. Anyway, not to go on, we're gonna take on the rock toys right now, and it's actually not that far. We're kind of getting close to it. It's this way. Fight these undead revenants, steal their bone fragments from them, and go to town. Like I said, everything is relatively still simple. right now. Just remember the most important gambits are going to be the most simplistic gambits. But again, you don't want to have a character doing the same thing over and over and over again, and like, you know what I mean? You want it to play out, like I said, it's a hate it or love it system, but once you understand the system that Final Fantasy XII introduces and offers, you'll appreciate it more. That's why I said this game, unlike 16, really does offer a shitload of authenticity and appreciation in order to understand it. That's what the authenticity is, actually. It means the game or the thing in question has a lot to offer. It's very, very deep in history, and it has a lot to learn about it. You know, there's a lot of knowledge, and you know, for example, a lot of time and effort was put into 12, you know, and there is a lot of history behind it. Like I said, to begin with, the game was actually introduced in the States without a job system. It was just straight up, you know, license board, but it wasn't really tailored very well. In other words, they retailored this Zodiac Age release to make a lot more sense of the game and the way they, you know, put the system together. And this, you know, that's really important, I think. You know, Chicago, they even went out of their way to sort of rename a lot of the classic jobs that were known to be in Final Fantasy, such as Thief or Ninja, and they use things like Shikari and Bushai. Machinist. Monk is one of them that we've been used to. But a lot of them are different. Like, instead of using Dragoon, they went with the Ulan. But to make an actual Dragoon, there is actually a method to do it. To make a Dragoon, you need to use an... Now, this could be debatable, right? But my belief is that it is a Ulan and a Foe Breaker. If you use an Ulan and a Foe Breaker, you make a proper Dragoon, man. That's a good Dragoon right there. But one can argue, somebody can say something else. But yeah, I plan on using every job that's offered in the game. All the license boards. In other words, Zodiac Age offers 12 different license boards, which actually are all connected into one license board, which again is how the original game was released. All the different parts of the license board, they took them and they made them in the shape, cleverly designed them each in the exact same shape of the zodiac sign that it was representing, which is pretty cool, and I like that. See how they're all shaped differently? So there's a lot of depth in the Zodiac Age that was missing. That also made the original release a lot more difficult too than the Zodiac Age. Since the Zodiac Age offers you 2 jobs, it's not like international job system. That was different. That was released in Japan as a exclusive, I believe. This offers you the, I guess, the option to either use 2 jobs to their, you know, best or their worst. Meaning you could use them for the worst and make your characters underpowered or overpowered. But the sense of doing that is little to none unless you're going for a challenge or you're an idiot. If you're an idiot, then yeah, you'll have to make an overpowered character. You'll make your whole group overpowered. Just make your entire party OP, like, cause you don't give a shit. You just want to fucking make some power, bro. But no, honestly, each character to me is slotted into a certain niche. Like I said, the 3 most powerful characters in the game by default is Ash, Balthier, and Vaughn. That's because Balthier and Ash are the 2 leading characters, and Vaughn is the protagonist of the story. So, obviously, in terms of raw strength, we'll go with Balthier, Ash, well, Vaughn, actually, number 1, Vaughn, Balthier, and Ash, then Bosch, then Penelo, and for some reason, Fran comes at the bottom, and that's because she has a knack for mist. Meaning she always gets lucky. She either gets a lot of mischarges often. You'll just notice it. You just don't believe me? use Fran anytime to trigger a quickening, and you'll see, for some reason, Fran always seems to get mist charges, like often. Her knack for the mist is interesting, to say the least. She gets very, very lucky with mist charges, which all like either lead to concurrences, or you could use a magical mischarge, which we haven't gotten introduced to yet, but I won't talk about that yet. Magical concurrences are ultimates. Esper ultimates, I guess. They're gambits. Preset, though. But right now, magic is not really something we have to worry about. Like I said, don't let that water you down. The rock toys is coming up, and again, it's a hunt. You don't have to do it. It just seems like this game did a good job with its world building, and its battle system is very well thought out. Like, compare it to 16, no offense. But, not that 16's a bad game, but when you compare the two, this game has so much, I don't know, it really is like it's an amazing game. Look, I don't have to do a thing right now, but they're doing exactly what I'm telling them to do. And it's working out perfectly. Not only that, but the game also offers depth, a lot of mechanical depth. Meaning to say that it might be one of the best RPGs ever made. Because 16 is definitely a great game, and it's an action game, but I think 12 might be, like I said, I always said the best Final Fantasy games are probably 6 and 12 and perhaps maybe 9, but I think not. I think it's 6 and 12 are the two that are probably the best. I mean, when you think about it, Final Fantasy had a long history, but when I played every game in the franchise, it's hard to say which ones are the best because some of them have better storylines and some of them have better battle systems. And all in all, I think Final Fantasy offers its best experience in 12 and in 6. In terms of the story, people might have had a gripe with the characters of 12, which I think is fair. You know, 12 didn't have the strongest cast of characters, but did have a realistic cast of characters. Very realistic, other than the bunny girl. The characters were at least realistic. And I will agree, Vaughn doesn't make for the best leading man, but again, he's not the leading man. He is but anything. He's anything but that. He, in fact, is the opposite of the leading man. He's just the guy who put the group together. Think about how 6 was orchestrated. Terra is not really the leading. She's not the main character. If you thought she was, well, think again. She's the logo of the game, but she's not the main character. She's the main plot device. People always forget that. There is a main plot device in most Final Fantasy games, but that doesn't mean that they're necessarily the main character. Like, here's an example. Vaughn, he's the main plot device of this game. But we all know he's not the main character. The game has nothing to do with him. It has to do with Balvier and Ash. Meaning it has to do with Dalmasca and the Empire. And then, to a lesser degree, like we said, we'll go down the gamut. Okay? The least, I don't know, the most important is really Balvier and Ash. Go down the gambit. It's kind of funny. Alright, we're gonna fight the rock toys, so good gambit style for him. Let's set that thing up. We want DPS coming out. He could use an assassin's area, which is pretty good, and he's got good health. You could also steal from him if you want at full health. He's gonna be in the front line. I mean, he'll be in front row, and then I always said front row, there's back row, and then there's reserve. You'll need a party in reserve party and active party. Similar to 10. 10 have that as well. The reserve party and the active party. Alright, this thing's gonna throw damage out. We ran out of potions, so we're gonna use high potion. We'll have access to them soon anyway, so yeah, it'll be fine. Let's just do full HP 100%, and then attack the highest max. And that's all you have to worry about here. Damage predominantly, I think. I don't know about eye drops. I'm not sure. Maybe. Also, maybe Phoenix Dance, I guess. Do we have any Phoenix Dance? We're running low, I know that. Well, if you wanted to be, if you wanted to be really specific about it, you could go with ally status KO. Let's just try something like this right now because I'd like to keep it in back row. Maybe we can. It's gonna be hard to do. We need Balthier and Fran because they're the only ones who really could fight from back row. But Fran is also the same one who could throw out the motherfucking cures. But she's got no MP. We got a potion, so we're going to attack this fucking thing. This thing can hurt. And it uses slow. No. Alright, get rid of it. Hopefully we can do that with the Chronos here. Can we fight this thing? I think we can, but it's gonna be tough. With that thing in the way, yeah. Get rid of them. Damn it! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No way. See what I mean by front row and back row? It's scary shit, man. Oh, he's doing too much damage. Not good. Alright, I got an idea. I'm using an ether. This thing's tough, man. I knew it was gonna do blind. I had a feeling about that. Bad feeling. Wasn't I right though? Damn, we got 4 hits in a row there. Yeesh, shit. We're gonna run out of high potions soon, I know that. Let's bring Balthier in because he's the only other guy we have for back row. Bring Penelo out for some fast DPS maybe. Whoa, what is Penelo doing? Penelo, remove that blade. 108 damage, that's not bad. I think Penelo could use Cure too though, no? Yes she can, so Gambit that out. Let's Gambit a Cure for her, because I didn't know she could do that, but she can. Perfect. Highest max, I guess. And Party Leader's target is good. I'm gonna do a Libra for her as well. Self Libra, but that's fine. And then give her some status healing stuff. Probably Chronos tier. Antidote, eye drops, antidote. A lot of gambits are gonna get delegated to debuffs. But not all of them. Remember, there's more than one character. You got like a few characters to pass them over. Pass the love around, right? Well, we need Echo Herbs. Somebody's gonna take care of it. But to limit the amount you use, you might have to just do ally. You might do self or a specific ally, or ally party leader is good too, which I'll get into later. How useful ally party leader is, because this means you can sort of choose who you want to use the item on. That's why ally party leader isn't bad, because it'll only trigger when you switch. We might win, it's a possibility. Let's not count our odds just yet. We might do this. We might be able to. Let's just see what happens. I'm gonna bring Vaughn in for a bit and bring, I guess I'd like to bring Ash because she has more quickenings. But can she do as much damage? Or is she just gonna die like an asshole? Ash is sucky. Shouldn't have brought her in. Oh well. The thing's almost dead though. We almost got him. He ain't that much longer before he goes. He gonna go soon. This thing's gone. But yeah, you want to have a back row, a good back row, a solid back row. Yeah, Penelo's gonna die. Just throw out Phoenix down if you have one. Could be rough stuff. Penelo doesn't have. Oh wait, hold on. We should get a Penelo mischarge. Go to the license board real quick. I'm gonna get her something. Let's get her her first mischarge. Intercession to unlock a Phoenix Low would be nice. How much is it gonna be? Intercession 125. Let's get this one for 50. Just to get her started. We could always undo the board. That's why. I figure if you can undo the board, that's a lot more handy because there's a lot more depth that has to go into this. See all the stuff we haven't gotten yet, but we're gonna be getting them. So we said hold on to some of your LP if you need to. The Windbreaker's helpful though. Any of these could be helpful at this point. More HP? Why not? You can't really go wrong with that. Now with two of these, we could probably get a mischarge. I'll use it for concurrence, possibly. If Ash had one, then we would be in good shape. Alright, let's start one with a Feral Strike. We'll see how it goes. Again, Fran usually offers pretty good missed chains in order to get concurrences. It'll do figures, like I said, it does physical damage. But not this time. So, like you could see, as you can see, doesn't always work. And dead she is. I think we're gonna win regardless though. I think, but I'm not sure. Let's bring in Penelo. I'm switching a lot, but it's fine. Because I have a limited amount of potions, that's why I gotta be careful how I play this. This thing's almost dead, but we got this. Ooh, very good. Limited number of items, but we're doing alright. Why is it coming after Fran? Oh, it's looking at Fran now. Oh my god, it's gonna die. This thing will be dead any second now. Let's bring Ash in for Bosch. Because Bosch actually is more tailored. No offense. Bosch will definitely be able to finish this. With uno momento, no problems. We're all gonna run out of high potions though. If we don't finish it soon. We got two frontline fighters going at it. Rock Toys, gone. Vanquished, you already know. Alright. But to get out of the mines now, we do have to get out of the mines. How do we set things up from here? Well, we have to get out of the mines and return to Palika. Let's not go this way. There's really no reason to go this way yet. You can't even go that way. You'll be blocked by a gate. Giant ass gate. One big old gate.
Yeah.
Alright, at this point now, we can fast forward a lot of this. Keep it moving. Just to get out of here, yeah, we're gonna need to fight our way out. But these are the lower levels, the one we should keep out, I think, for now. Which is my monk and the archer. Vanilla isn't the strongest, but that's why I gave her one of an OP. She's like the only character I gave an OP build, which is considered the monk and the black mage, considered OP. But what are you gonna do? Monks are OP. So is the Shikari, and a red mage is OP too. It's also OP, like I said. Very, very strong. Can't wait till she gets access to a pole to use, so... poles are better than hand-to-hand, I think. Well, hold on, yeah, I'm just gonna do lowest HP, I think. Because she hits fast and often. Hit on the trap. Hit the trap. Oh, nobody hit the trap. They should have hit the trap. Alright, now we could either take two routes. I'm going to take the simple route, because if you take the other route, you're just going to be invited with a whole bunch of monsters and shit. Ain't going to be worth it. Ain't nothing here that's really worth it anyway. So let's keep moving. Fight some mobs, or probably stealings mainly. You might be lucky to get a teleport stone. Maybe. Make sure to pick up numerology. It is around here. Don't forget about it. And another slabbing with a tanned hide. Very nice. And a bat bang. Great. Alright, you want to try to keep everybody around the same level. So that's what I'm trying to do. In fact, the monk learns Brawler automatically, so you won't have to worry too much about that. Oh, a balance moat. That's not bad. Moats are really cool. They could be used in emergencies. That's the great thing about moats. As I play on active, with a pretty high battle speed. Like I said, my battle speed is, what is it? It's pretty fast. A little on the fast side. Like, it's not slow, it's a little bit more on the, like I said, faster side. But I try to keep it somewhere in the middle, because I think by default that's over here, no? I think. Keep it here, and I keep it on active mode, because active is definitely the way I feel like it should be played. I played it on wait, but I think only certain battles are meant to be played on wait mode. If you take this way, you're going to be invited by a lot of bullshit. Let's be honest. And I have no items right now because I tried to do trial mode and I fucked up. Although I won't lie, again, going back to Penelo and the monk, she makes for a beautiful monk. She's so graceful with her attacks. Hey, look. You'll notice when a character uses when a character partakes in unarmed combat, that they utilize their the same moves they use when they perform quickenings. In other words, it's the same type of attacks. They attack with the same maneuvers that they use during quickenings, which is pretty cool. Let's just go this way and fight the undead along the way, I guess. Good LP, I guess. Good for the LP, license board. This game loves LP. Everything around this game, like I said, everything about FF12 revolves around the license boards. And to get LP, you get one usually, in general, one per customer. One per enemy, normally, unless it's a boss. Because then bosses, a boss encounter, they offer more LP than they do XP. They usually don't offer any XP. Bosses. Boss encounters offer LP. Like most Final Fantasy games, usually bosses don't give XP, they give AP or, well, whatever the case may be. Something different. Some games, I guess. But when they announced that 16 was going to be a lot like 12, I was like, you know, let me revisit 12, one of my favorite Final Fantasy games that they ever made. In my opinion. It's one of my personal favorites. Amongst 10. But I think 12 is a little bit better than even 10, but that's just because in the mechanic-wise it's really good. It's got probably one of the best battle systems in the franchise. Surprised I never used it again. Another good battle system that I've seen is the one introduced in FF7 Remake. That was another good battle system. Mechanic-wise. But 12 also has a good battle system, mechanic-wise. I like it. I love intermediate DPS like that, though. It's very useful. But I don't like it when a character steals over and over again to an enemy that's already been stolen from. I don't like that. That's what you need to watch out. Or when a character gets caught in a healing loop of bullshit. Then that's bad. But to make sure you're doing all of this correctly, make sure you play it on active mode so you don't have to keep fucking, you know, freezing the menu. Just like the characters play their gambits. If you don't do it right, then obviously you know that your gambits are not set properly. Now I have no items right now, so I can't be fighting anything crazy. Which I'm not. We're actually going to be going back to Andor after we get the Jade Collar and the rewards for this hunt. Heading into the desert, I think. Meeting up with Vossler one more time, possibly. We're all on the up and up right now. Like I said, I want to keep us all on the up and up for Final Fantasy XII because I'm going to probably be doing it 100% playthrough for it. As I said, favorite Final Fantasy game. Well, yeah, one of my favorite Final Fantasies. My favorite Final Fantasies, if I had to pick three, my top three FF game, FF titles, the top three FF titles. Personally, I mean, I gotta say, it's tough, man. That's a toughie. That's FF6, I think. Yeah, FF6, so fucking good. FF10 probably, and FF12. So 6, 10, and 12 are my favorites. Although 10 is very close to 9. Could have been 9 or 10. It's a toughie. I can't really. I'd have to say 10. But 9 was really good. I just feel like 9 was pretty much exactly what 12 is. 12 is more or less like 9. Story, setup, it's almost exactly the same as 9. It's also made by Ito. Again, he's the one who made 6 and 9. Hideyoko Ito. He can make some good shit. Matsuno and Ito, all those guys. Anyway, let's hand him this hunt, and in good shape. Also, I guess we could organize our loot, sell all our crap. Because we could probably do with getting new stuff. All you have to do is start a, just start a trial and you can get the diamond armlet. If you use your go to trial mode and just go to the first stage and diamond armlet awaits. So you can get like as many of them as you need, actually. There's some cool stuff that you could probably pick up from the trial mode if you'd like to try it. So it does get really hard as you go deeper and deeper into it. Anyway, selling all this crap, filling up the bazaar with all well, strange shit, bizarre stuff, right? Bat fangs, bone fragments, rainbow eggs. So fill up the bazaar with a bunch of bizarre, you know, stuff. Not to like rush into anything because I'm not going to. I usually don't. I let them sit there for a bit while longer. We need regular potions right now. 50 of them usually does you good. What other things we need? We're gonna need Princess Kisses, I think. Or alarm clocks, I used to call them. Back in the original release, it was alarm clocks. They're important too, but not like... not as important, I guess. Now, let us go and talk to Palika, which means to go to the terrace. Terrace. Also, maybe we want to pick up charge now, but we don't need charge until after this segment coming up. But I guess it doesn't hurt to pick it up. It's available, so we may as well grab it. Charge isn't terrible. It's useful, but I don't have any jobs right now that are actually using charge. Charge isn't really that good, by the way. Horology, now that's not bad. That's good. Alright, so get charge and horology, and we'll be good to go. I'm not going to worry about equipment yet. Not too worried there. But let me see what magics are available, because if we have access to Cura, that would be nice. I don't know if we do, though, yet. I don't think we do, actually. I'm not sure. I don't think we do, though, but we'll see. I do have to get weapons. If they have that, I don't know if they have spears. That would be really, really helpful, but we'll see. We have to get ourselves prepared for a long trek into the Rosarian territory. See, they have, what do they have? Rays? Why would I need rays? I'm not gonna need rays right now. Like, I could sell them one of this. I could sell them 2 of these, actually. I don't need all of those. But yeah, cotton cap. I don't even need that. I'll just keep one because they have a lot of items in this game, and it's nice to have at least one of them. Most things I just sell, though. I do appreciate the little tiny artwork they put in the corner there. That's nice. It's a really nice little... It's a nice touch, put it that way. Windbreakers, they're going to be useful till the end of the game, really. Because of their, because of their, yeah, resistant to wind. Wind resistance. But most weapons that you have 2 of, I would just get rid of them. Dump them. Raise. It's a good spell, but I don't think we're going to be learning anytime soon. And I guess, like I said, just get them weapons. Because of the damage that you could deal with certain kind of weapons. Like poles, for example. Poles do damage that's calculated to magic resistance, not defense. which is the unique thing about poles. Can we even get a pole? We can get a staff. We're not using that. Oh, and a partisan. We need to get battle bamboo. We need a partisan. Get a pole and a spear. All right, to do that, let's sell some useless shit, right? A buckler. Do we need 2 of them? No. Bronze helm. We do definitely not. We definitely don't need 3 of those. Silken shirt. We only got 1, so that's fine. We only have 1 high potion left? That's it? Wow. You know what? We don't need this. It's old news. Let's get rid of it. Because we're never going to use a cotton. It's not useful. It's like basic bullshit. In the case of what we need it for, no, we definitely don't. We're not going to be using that. And we need the money, so. You could sell, like I said, diamond armlets to make mad quick cash. There's mad ways you could exploit the trial mode, but I'm not going to do that. Alright, let's get us a partisan or battle. I think the battle bamboo is better. Like I said, poles will hit for... Like I said, its damage is calculated through magic resistance, so... Very useful, to say the least. But first we have to learn it. I think it's one of the first poles that we get, though. Isn't it? Poles are expensive. We got it. Battle bamboo. Bamboo. Let's use... definitely equip that. We could probably take off the amber armlet. But the damage that you deal with the pole, as I said before, is going to be calculated through your attack power, multiplied by your strength, but it'll be reduced by the target's resist, not defense, as usual. Normal damage, or I would say almost all melee damage, or weapon damage, is usually deducted through defense. The only damage that's not deducted by defense would be that of piercing damage, which is gun, bullets, and poles. I believe. I'm pretty sure. I have my player's guide right here, the old guide that I have here, but yeah. I'm not sure about hand-to-hand damage, that I'm not 100% sure on. But the speed alone that you get from the amber armlet is good, so that's why I said it might be, might want to consider keeping it on. Vitality is often used to scale out how long a debuff will last or how likely it will hit, I believe. I think, 100%. But I do know this, vitality will determine how... I don't think it has anything to do with how often you'll get hit with something. I think it has something to do with... Well, your magic resist has to do with that. Vitality has something to do with something... completely different. How do you put it? It dictates how much health you'll gain and how much health you'll lose from things like poison and or regeneration, and how long something lasts, such as a buff or a debuff. So, to speak, vitality has to do with debuffs, more or less, and buffs. But a lot of times magic resist is what determines the block of it. If you're curious on how it works. Now, I want to get a spear, I do, I really do, but to get a spear, I probably have to sell a longsword. Can we buy those again? Whatever we could buy again, I'll probably sell it because guns make no difference anyway, so. Bronze mace, we're not ever really gonna use, I'm not gonna use that shit. A longsword is useless at this point. Phoenix Downs can give him a lot of money for those. And it's only need 25 at the moment, so... And I only want to get enough to get what we need to get, and then be gone. Alright, now we'll get the Partisan. This is all I really wanted to get. That's all we need. Partisan. It's a good, I think, I hope, unless I was wrong about it, it's as weak as the Javelin, because the Javelin sucks. It sucks so hard that it was, like, pointless even equipping it. The Iron Sword is better than the Javelin. The Javelin's terrible. But that's where you start. You start with the Javelin, and then you move forward from there. More or less, that's kind of what you're supposed to do. I think, anyway. It's not, like, rocket science, it's just science. You start with a Javelin, you move from a Javelin, and from a Javelin you go to the Heavy Lance. A Lance, I guess you'd say. And then from a Lance, okay, so you go, here we go. Start with a Javelin, then you go to a Partisan, then you move on to a Lance, then you get an Obelisk, then you get like I said, a Gungnir, and then a Trident, and eventually a Dragon Whisker, and then, if you're lucky enough, a Vrispa or an Ultima fucking Zodiac Spear. Just a big one. Probably the best weapon, the strongest weapon in the game, because the way spears work is that they're versatile. They hit flying foes and regular foes. Flying foes, so to speak, are always in back row, more or less, if you want to call it that. I always said, got front row and back row fighters, and then you have reserve. Alright, once you're all set and ready to go, which I said you probably wanna like hone your characters up a little bit. But we're gonna be introduced to a big ass place called the, well, you'll see. It's not like we've been there already. We've been there before. You know it. You love it. It's the Ester Sand, I believe, or the Wester Sand, but it's like a deeper part of the Ester Sand. So it's this, I think it's like the western part of the Wester Sand, like real deep west, the west of the West, the Wild West. That's where we're gonna be going, more or less, to the Wild West. Alright, but first we're gonna help out Palika, and we're gonna return to her the rock toys, which is Carbo apparently. Then we're gonna be able to do a favor for her. I think it's a she. And after this reward, we're also gonna be able to do her a favor to get her diary. His or her diary. Also, we get a survival vest, which is good for your vitality actually. So if you wanna have status effects last longer on your character, similar to Spellbound, well then equip something like a survival vest, because it acts very much like Spellbound. For him though, he's gonna need to get that shield block. And that windbreaker obviously as well. Which direction are we going in here? We gotta decide. Windbreaker's really useful. Going with this for now. Because I'm gonna grab Last Stand, that's why. Last Stand is very, 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 very useful. Survival vest is fine for its massive increase in defense. He's not meant to do a lot of damage anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it. He's fine. Give him the Argyle Omelet to increase his strength then, yeah. Lower down his vitality, but fine. Because again, gauntlets offer, again, about 5 points of vitality. Gonna pretty useful. You'll be lucky to find anything that increases things like vitality or speed. It really depends on what you're looking for. Each piece of equipment offers different stats and different augments or abilities. Additional effects, whatnot. Alright, for a monk, Amber Armor usually is a good choice. But I also like her to use, the Windbreaker. Didn't realize it was. I'll use it later, I guess. Someone else could use the Windbreaker. He can use it now, or he can't use it. He's gonna be able to in a second. Yeah, you can use it. Alright, have him use the Windbreaker. Both of you. His vitality is kinda low, so, I mean, it doesn't hurt to have him with that. Ring mail for her. And, I don't want to use the diamond armlet. I'm just gonna keep this on for her, but this, yeah, it works. Works for me. Argyle for him would work, actually. Or tourmaline ring. The tourmaline ring. The tourmaline. Tourmaline. Or is it? I think it's the tourmaline ring. The tourmaline ring isn't bad. But Argyle is actually very helpful. Steel Gorget is also very good if you don't have the ability already. Because it gives you adrenaline. I don't think she has it yet. Oh, another thing with using spears is that you'll often have to sacrifice the offhand. That's another thing. I guess for her, a rocky armor doesn't seem like a bad idea. Well, the gauntlets, like I said, for her. Not for him. For him, I think I'm gonna just go with the bangle. Or... give him the diamond armlet. I get, you know what I mean? Like... give her the gauntlets. Alright, we're good. Like I said, we're not gonna just talk to her one more time. Just to, you know, do the favor for her diary. She works at Cleo's. Alright, then her name is Palika, so I'm imagining it's a girl. I can only imagine it's a girl. Oh, we gotta go around this way? Okay. To go to the Technics store, let's go around this way. I think we've been there already, haven't we? To Cleo's Technics. Alright, now I would advise you not to look through the diary because there's really no reason to do that. I'm gonna abstain, you'll get the Jade Collar for doing so. Like I said, it's a better hope that you don't read the diary. There used to be a serpent thing up here, but I don't know, they got rid of it. There used to be a serpent chilling up on the top of here. I don't know why they had it there, but it was there. It used to be there anyway, like right there. See the books up there? Interesting, right? Now let's go back to the oh, am I going the wrong way? Hold on. This way. Let's go back to the terrace. Then we'll get a Jade Collar, which, again, like I said, pretty good accessory. It's a pretty good accessory, guys. I will not lie. Yes, we got your diary. We did it. We did not. We actually didn't read it. And with that, we get a Jade Collar, guys. I'd have to say, congratulations if you got one. Jade Collar is a good thing to have, man. It's one of the best, in fact. But I gotta take a pee. I gotta use the bathroom, so I will be back in a minute. I will be back. Okay, I do apologize about that. I am back, guys. From my pee-pee. Back from my pee. And what I have to say is on with the show. That's all I have to say. And in order to move on with the show, we really just have to go to Ondor's estate again, which will throw us right back into the loop of the story and propel us forward. She'll introduce us to the westernmost part of the Wester Sand, where we'll be given another teleport stone. Well, another teleport stone to add to the list of other teleport stones, I guess. And, or teleport crystals, I guess, we're gonna call them. Yeah, teleport stones. But once you go to his audience, you have to be, like I said, you should be ready to, like I said, prepare yourself. So once you are prepared, we will now be given an audience with His Excellency Marquis Ondor IV in his butterfly castle.
When Vossler learned my father had been killed the night of the treaty signing, he returned to Ravenaster, there to aid my escape. There was still time before Vane's reach extended too far. We thought that you could protect me.
However, when I then made the announcement that you had taken your own life, I must have seemed a model citizen of the Empire. The announcement, you see, was Vane's suggestion.
Vane's
of course, at the time I was reluctant, but I could not perceive his reasons.
What do you mean?
Now it is clear he meant to drive a wedge between us.
No shit.
Halim, we are past all this.
Boucherba
must stand with us. We can stop Vane.
It's not that bad of a guy, I guess. He's alright. Vane is... Well, Vane is Vane, I guess.
I once knew a girl whose only wish was to be carried in her uncle's arms.
This guy only keeps thinking of the past. Keeps thinking
Your
about
Majesty is a woman grown now.
Oh, the yesteryears.
Then Boucherba will aid me.
Suppose for a moment you were to defeat Vane. What then?
Not really.
You cannot simply rebuild your kingdom with the only proof of your birthright stolen. Without that, the Grand Kiltias on Bo-Omises cannot and will not recognize your Majesty as the rightful heir.
Wait, is a stone that proves her royal lineage?
You may yet be a princess.
I thought we had that already.
But without proof of your identity, you are powerless.
So, wait, the proof of our
you
identity
remain with
lies
me. We do
within a
nothing
stone?
till the time is right.
Because mine lies within a
then
number.
What does your Majesty propose we do?
On a card, which I have encased in my...
Uncle Halim!
I actually do. Hold on, let me see. It's called the Social Security card, guys. So yeah, I have an identity, and it's recorded it in my Social Security card. So I have it right here. That's my identity. Pretty fucking nice, but I'm just saying, like,
this
my
can be
identity
arranged, though it will take some time.
Is not in a stone.
Time enough for a bath,
but
I hope.
For this chick, it's in a stone.
Best bring
a stone? And what does a stone do? I mean, mine is, like I said, a Social Security card, and it literally has a number on it, and the number has been issued and established for none other than me, Michael Steele. It's of the U.S. and A, and it was printed on 5/5/2021. I guess reprinted.
This is Balthier's ship.
Obviously not my first.
I'm going to retrieve
I
the
also have a
dog
birth
shard.
certificate too.
It's the proof that I need.
But apparently,
I know where it's hidden.
Just like
I'll
me,
return his
she
airship
needs
later.
Are you
a
crazy?
stone and a document.
This is something that I have to do.
No shit.
Not only for
You
myself,
lost your
but for
Social
all
Security
those who
card.
have fallen. I will not be
She's
made
lost
to
her date of
hide.
birth.
I'll fight alone if I must.
So she has to get her
You
date of
still
birth
have
back,
Bosch, right?
basically.
Besides, you can't just go around stealing people's ships.
No,
what are you
you
trying
can't.
to do?
You can't steal people's
I'm
shit.
trying to concentrate.
Stop stealing people's shit, god damn it.
What do you think? A bit over the
Listen to Vaughn for a change.
In my line of work, you never know when something like this might come in handy.
Exactly.
I'm trying to concentrate.
trying to be your father's little helper. I'm trying to be your mother's little helper that you could never be.
I'm leaving you with the Marquis.
With a little help from your
can't.
friend,
Trust
you'll
me,
get it
you're better off
down. They'll
staying
be
here.
like, I bet you they'd be like,
Suppose you
copyright,
kidnapped me
copyright.
instead.
With a little help from my
You're
friend.
a sky pirate, aren't you?
'Cause y'all know
Then steal me.
that
Is that so much to ask?
a mother's
What do
little
you have that I
helper, and
want?
I'm running to the
The Dynast King's
shelter.
treasure.
to minimize your plight, to get you through your busy day and get you through your dying days. Copyright! Copyright!
Kidnapping
no, I'm
royalty
kidding.
is a serious offense.
I mean, I give up, you know.
It won't do much to lower
I didn't come up with the song.
How much is the price on your
Running
head
to
these
the
days, I wonder?
shelter of a mother's little.
Allow
Honestly,
me to
I would
escort you
say.
to Vossler's place.
I would say things are different today, though I hear everybody say they could use a little help.
Are you kidding? I don't
from
want to stick
a
around
little.
this place.
Then I'm coming too.
I don't know, a little. I can't do it because they're talking, but yeah. But I hear everybody say things are
Then it's settled.
changing today, or things are getting stranger these days.
Like proper kidnappers.
So, yeah, everybody. I like that song though. Things are different today. I hear everybody say they could use a little bit of change from a helper, but a doctor's little helper, because a doctor's little helper would have been better than a shelter. Because the song goes, things are different today, I hear every mother say, but I think it should be, things are stranger today, I hear everybody say, I could use a little hand to help calm down my nerves, right? Something like that? I'll figure it out. Anyway, look at this badass motherfucker in armor. It's Gabranth. I have answers, my liege, of my problems, which add up to 1,000,001. Oh, Gabranth, I am an old man now. You must do this for me, Gabranth. Gabranth. He speaks like this. Dr. Sid, does it I track law?
I have confirmed
he receives funds from Lord Vane.
His agency in the fall of Naberdis is also certain. Yet, with Judge Zect, who led this sort missing, the truth remains difficult to ascertain.
The long cold years have clouded my eyes. I cannot see my own son's heart.
This illness will claim me, Gabranth.
My lord.
My lord. My lord.
This illness will claim me. So then, who is to be my successor? The Senate fears the capable Peregrine Vane. They prefer a young fledgling emperor. Gabranth, once in the past I laid siege to your homeland.
The Republic of Landis is long since gone. My allegiance lies wholly with the Empire.
Perhaps. But what of your brother? He did not accept us as you did. He fled to Dalmasca. Did you never think to follow him?
I follow his every move. He is an enemy of the Empire. He will be cut down.
So you would kill even your own brother for the Empire. Be that as it may, Gabranth, your ruthlessness is not without merit. But it must not become this way with Larsa. You must ensure that it does not.
So then you ask me to be his sword, to strike where he might not.
Rather
be his shield. Gabranth, keep your close watch on Vane. His is the keenest blade of all.
And it is, by the way.
My lord.
My lord. Yeah, I could probably
do this for me, Gabranth.
I could probably do a reenactment of the script.
I could not bear to see my sons war with each other again.
I'm actually pretty good with this. I like this game, and I've always loved, well, voice acting is something I love doing. It's always been a passion of mine, but that doesn't matter, because I didn't become one. No, not really, I only do broadcast. I do radio, but radio is dead. So I'm like, games. Maybe games, if people like games. And now here we are, Leicester fans. And that gave me enough time to run my blunt. My marijuana.
This come in handy often?
What other things?
It's tough being popular.
I guess.
Wouldn't want any admirers dropping in while we're away.
I love Balthier. He's hilarious.
Well now, that's as far as she goes. We'll be in yacht from here onwards.
Gideon. Gideon.
Across
I love
the
Gideon.
sand sea,
Gideon
to the
Emery,
Valley of the
right?
Dead, and to King Wraithwall's tomb
Tomb
below.
to get your date of birth. She needs to get her DOB,
So when you're
or
knocked,
DOB.
skystones don't work at
Oh
all.
yeah, yacht.
That's why we gotta hoof it the rest
He
of the
talks
way.
like a total
You see?
asshole. See?
Happy
Oh,
you get to
total
teach me
fuckface.
something for a change?
Vaughn.
Well, if you want to be a sky pirate,
You gotta know your shit. Hey, what do you mean for a change? Come on.
At least we thought to bring
At least you
entertainment.
gotta bring out. At least you got right. At least you got. At least we thought to bring entertainment. I wouldn't be so confident. Ah, that you are. I like Bosch too. The whole cast is pretty cool. It's not a bad cast of characters. Like I said, game's got a pretty decent cast. It's just not the best. It's not the most iconic as you've gotten like in the past. Going back to the cast, in the past we've had casts that have been more interesting, like that of Final Fantasy X, but not as believable, or you know what I mean, like not as relatable as these ones, the ones in 12, which are very, like I said, they're just very, very relatable. They're very regular characters. Which is what I like about them. I hope you guys like my reenactment. It wasn't the best, but like I said, do this for me, Gabrams, and I shall fuck you in the mouth. I usually don't talk during cutscenes, but that's not always true. But like I said, it's an official commentary guide, so if you like it, I do hope you can. You don't have to like, I mean, you don't have to like or subscribe, but I appreciate people who like or subscribe, and thank you guys for liking and subscribing. It really does mean a lot to me, because of the fact that, well, to be honest, it's been lonely these days. I mean, a lot of my friends have relocated, and like I said, I have recently, well, actually not recent now, it's been a while since I've been actually have full employment, you know, unfortunately. So I'm a contractor, and though a contractor who has no contract, that's why I was like, if anybody wanted to hit me up, they could always hit me up on Facebook or give me a call. But again, I can't promote. I really am not supposed to be promoting anything. So, like I said, thank you for subscribing, guys, or thank you for watching. The views mean a lot to me, and just your support in general. Like I said, I have a lot of time on my hands lately since I've been out of work, but things have been so fucking tight, honestly. Financially, it's hard to afford even to make the broadcasts anymore, you know. It's getting tough. It's getting rough, I put it that way. Like I said, I never wanted to be the guy to be like, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. But I guess if it means, I guess if I was looking at homelessness and poverty as the alternative, then yeah, I guess I would have to be like, hey, look at me, because I'll probably die on the street, become a hobo if I don't. And to be honest, I don't want to become homeless. You know, I don't want to be a hobo. I've seen homeless people before, and oh God, it's so sad. I always help them out by giving them something. They usually like cigarette or $1, but like can't even afford it. And I don't. All I could say is I wish everybody the best, and I hope everybody else is doing good. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving, or I hope you guys all have a good Christmas. I hope everybody's doing better than I am. I'm not doing. Yeah, I'm like this guy. I'm like this Bengali here. I'm almost at the end of my rope, but I'm not there. I'm still hanging in there by a thread. I mean, like I said, people have been there for me and supporting me. So yeah, we're going actually out west, which I'm gonna like introduce in this, but probably get more into it in my next playthrough in part 7. But yeah, we're gonna introduce ourselves to the Sand Sea, the Ogre, the Ogre, the Ogre, and the Nam are the 2 Sand Seas that we're gonna have to trek across. And like I said earlier, this is, well, I don't know if I've mentioned it, this is the point of where the game will start to pick up and just, I guess, difficulty. It's got a learning curve. It picks up a bit, quite a bit. So, starting off by getting the teleport stone, we could save our game, make a save file. Might want to do that. And, yeah, save. Save your file. And you save your game. And, we're going to introduce ourselves to the Sanzi. Stoked to know now if you want. You don't have to. Like I said, this connects, go directly into the Western Sand. There's a lot of new stuff available. That's why I'm not really, like, going to probably talk to the merchant right now, because there's so much new shit that we can get. We don't really have enough money for it, so I wouldn't bother. First, let's get introduced to the new area that we're going to, which is Sansi. What else sort of nice stuff out? New store gets it available soon though. We'll have availability to kill Ra soon enough. And the Sky Pirates then. And once we should be all caught up on at this point now. Yep. Alright, good. Now he offers a lot of new stuff, like I said, but it's probably best waiting or getting a few things maybe? I don't know, not much. No, I wouldn't get too much stuff. Just a few things probably. Maybe a black belt isn't bad, rose corsage is good. So is all this. It's actually good too. Round shield. That's not bad. A round shield. I think that's pretty good. We can use another one of those. Bosh. Otherwise, I would sell one. I don't know, what should I sell? Oh, old stuff. Like a ring mail. Sell one of that. Sell probably some chrome leather. Probably a lot of all this old crap here. Get rid of most of it. Because I really wanted to get just maybe a black belt. Or a rose corsage. Probably a rose corsage. But black belt is useful. Again, let's go and get a feel for the new area that we're going to be going to so we can get some money. Gil, that is. It should be this way. So this will be the introduction to it. Like I said, we probably don't have much yet, which I wouldn't expect it to. So just get introduced to the area. We're going to meet Vossler anyway, so he's going to join the group. And that's probably where I'll end the episode. First, we'll introduce ourselves to the Sansi, which starts off relatively pleasant. You have a few top stalk type enemies, or mandragores, as they are actually categorized as mandragores. The top stalks that you get, with the onion queens, top stalks, rogue tomatoes, all those enemies are mandragores. That's their species, I think. Their genus, I think, is mandragora. The mandragora. They're just like a subspecies of mandragora, I think. But yeah, this is the Sansi, and this is like kind of the only area of Rosaria that we're gonna actually see.
So where exactly is Wraithwall's tomb?
Deep within the western reaches of
far to the west. We must first cross the Ogir Yensa, and beyond that, the Nam Yensa, before we reach the tomb. An expanse of desert larger still than all of Dalmasca. We must pace ourselves. If you grow tired, we stop and take rest.
You
don't have to worry about me. I'm tougher than I look.
Look right below the tomb of Wraithwall, and you'll see the Rosarian Empire right below it. So yeah, this is all Rosarian territory. And like I said, it's gonna be probably the only bit of Rosarian territory that we're gonna actually see. Believe it or not. It's kind of weird, right? They always keep talking about Rosario, but you never really see anything about it. You don't see shit. When it comes to Rosario, you don't see anybody or anything. Other than El Cid. The ally Cid, but otherwise there is no... You don't see anything in Rosario. In fact, Rosario is more built up in Bajurba than anything else. You see a lot of Bajurba. Oh, we got Infuse. That's nice. I wouldn't make use of it yet, though. No need to use. There is no use for Infuse just yet. I mean, you could use it, but first I'd be more concerned about getting items. Ooh, here are items, speaking of which. Urns. They always have maps in them usually. There's gonna be 2 urns, right? Cool beans, man. But a lot of these Orans, which they're like, again, like I said, they are a Mandragora type species. Right? So therefore in the primer, you can take a look at Rishari, you'll see that it is, just take a look what the Oran is. The Ensign Sansa. It's definitely a Mandragora in its genus, classification plant. And like that of, what was it called? 9, I think? 9 also had, you know, genus types or classifications of different enemies. Surprised they didn't make gambits for that. Like, classification, plant, fight, or do this to that, you know what I mean? Classification, they have flying, which is weird. Even though it's an avian, it's really not, kind of. It really isn't. Anyway, yeah, that's a Mandragora. That's insect, mimic. Yeah, Amorph is good too. Like, cause Final Fantasy IX had constructs, it had Amorphs, or elementals I think it was. It had plants, it had dragons, it had beasts. And it had a few other ones, insects, flying enemies. It had all the enemies almost basically like this one has. It had fiends, or demons, I think it was, demon killers. Demon Slayer, Beast Slayer, Avian Slayer. They had like pretty much all the same things. Undead, yep. Insect, yep. And they also had giants, elementals, yep, see, plays a giant, yep, beast, yep, same thing as 9 had all the same types, pretty much, more or less, same shit, beasts, undead, plant, elemental, right, or fiend, right, yeah, fiend. Then there's also an Ichthion, or fish, right? Ichthion. This is cockatrice, that's an interesting one. Humanoid, there's another one. Good thing about these things is they often have things to take from them. Like succeed, succulent fruit. They're not too hard, they eat everything pretty quickly. The further we move into this area, the closer we get to joining Vossler. 60 G's, wonderful. Further in we go and fight this. There's pretty much all this Orans. Bunch of Orans, so you can get a lot of succulent fruit. So I say, most importantly, try to steal succulent fruit to get a lot of, well, gil, because they sell for a lot of gil. So they just keep making rounds around, you know. Did a mighty shame doing it, too. See, I don't know if you can really do this, but I'm not sure. Like I said, they're all over the place. Or they're weak to ring, but that's irrelevant. Also, by the way, poles have a tendency to get combos very often. Multiple hits. They chain attacks together very easily. As do other weapons, but we haven't got to them. Alright, next screen. Now we should meet up with Vassler now. I'm almost positive that we did. Meet up with the Vasslerman. Good old Vassler.
A construct to draw oil from the ground. Abandoned many years now, it seems.
Did Dalmaskans build this?
No, the Rosarians. Their empire lies far to the west, ever at war with Arcadia. Heedless of the kingdoms caught in their midst. Dalmasca, Nabrodia, Landis.
'Tis the small craft's fate to watch the list of the galleons and pray for light winds.
Vossler, why are you here?
Imagine my surprise when upon my return to Bogerba, I find both you and the Lady Ash have vanished. I thought you above consorting with sky pirates.
Balthier is a man worthy of our trust, and it was the Lady Ash's decision.
Alright. No, it
I
was
am
Vassler
content
on
to
our
lend
side.
my arm.
We are
As I
ready to
could
get
not
back
when Rassler
into the
died,
fray.
when her throne was taken.
Right back into the fray.
Never again. I will defend her this time.
You walk the knight's path.
At least he stands up for Balthier, you know?
The Lady Ash?
That's a good thing. Yeah, the game's gonna be taking a lot
We
of
should
turns.
leave this place.
Let me guess.
From this point.
Sandstorm?
Far worse.
Something far worse.
We go deeper in.
I see. So the Dawn Shard does lie in King Wraithwall's tomb.
The Dawn Shard.
The
There ain't no
Marquis
shard
sympathizes
there,
with your
dude.
plight, yet the
Is
Empire
there?
purges as a
Well,
carrion
as far as
bird on his
Balthier is
shoulder.
concerned,
He can
he
keep
finds
whispers of
himself
your abduction
empty-handed
silent
with
for
nothing.
only so long.
It's just like, yo, here you go. You got the power of Gilgamesh, but you can't use it.
We leave
Huh?
at once. This is Urutan
Yet,
Yensa territory.
we're not
and they are
leaving. We're going
unfriendly
right.
visitors.
We're gonna be going right into the Viper's nest. Watch. It's fucking ridiculous. You mean this is Urutan Yensa territory, so we're gonna have to go right into their nest and battle them head on. This just gives you a little taste of what we're gonna be up against. These, like mother dumpers. These guys got to ride fish in the sand, literally. They're sand riders, sand surfers. They surf on fish in the sand, in the quicksand, basically, because that's what it is, quicksand. It's a massive region made up of quicksand, where they draw, like I said, oil.
Looks
via
like
the
we've attracted the wrong
construct
sort of
that
attention.
Rosarians
Let's quit this
created.
place while we still can. Move!
Vassler, have you
We
found
have
the means
to-
to restore Dalmasca?
First,
It
we
ain't
must
that
claim
simple.
the Dawn
The
Shard.
fuck, what is she
It all
talking about?
begins with that.
Does Ash really think it's that simple? Come on, Ash. Ashelia Benoggin Dalmasca, are you kidding me? Oh, it's like asking, have you found the means to get your life together yet? I mean, what does that mean? I mean, first of all, to get Dalmasca back in one piece, you haven't even found... Like, let's put it in layman's terms. Ash didn't even... Okay, so she has her social security card, right? Via the thing that Vaughn found in the, in the Royal Palace's treasury. And he found her, social security card. But then, like, she wants to go around claiming that she's the princess, yet all she has is her social security card, and she doesn't even have her date of birth. And I'm like, well, where's your date of birth? Well, now we know where it is. Her date of birth, well, royal lineage, it's actually here. In the far western reaches of Dalmasca, which is in the tomb of Wraithwall, which is the original founder of Dalmasca, and the Egalitarian Alliance. And like I said, that's where we gotta go to get her. That's where we have to go to. That's where we have to go to get her date of birth. Then she'll finally have the rightful means that she needs in order to at least claim ownership over her country. But if she doesn't have her date of birth, doesn't have a social security card, I mean, Ash, what are you doing? What do you mean? Are you asking this guy has he found the means to find your identity? So that you could rule over your sovereignty? I mean, it's interesting. Anyway, regardless, Ash is not the smartest tool in the shed. We are going to give a look-see over to Vossler, the newest guest who just returned from being busy for a spell and eating potatoes for a little bit. You know, he was busy eating himself to death while getting reps in. You know, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 5, 4. Wait, I mean 10 scoops of ice cream. How many scoops of ice cream are you eating? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Brain freeze. Probably like 120 something scoops though, right? Goddamn head hurts. Ah! That's much ice cream is so good. Delicious. The strawberry, really good. Well, there's your answer, guys. 1, 2, 3. Let's have some vanilla too. 4. Alright. And some chocolate. 6. Have a little 3. Vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate. Alright, all the way on 1. Dude, you got ice cream all over your face. What is wrong with you? I'm a madman. I'm a madman, and I just like ice cream. They're all good. God darn it. God darn it, they're all good. I know they're all good, man, but why do you keep eating ice cream? And I'm an ice cream eater. I'm like the Cookie Monster. God darn it. God darn it. Or darn carnate. You darn dude. Alright, anyway, to set up Vossler, we're gonna come up with a setup that he works well with. He's a Dark Knight, right? He could probably use his mind to fucking, fuck shit up if he wants, but what can he offer? He can't offer much, but he can offer expos, like I said before. He also offers expos. Expos is definitely good. Anything that's got over 90% health is exposed. Anything with 100 we could wither. That can work, I think. If you're gonna use him for that alone, then yeah. Oh, 100%. Then we got expo, which I use 70% like this. Because that would work. And you can use a little bit of both. May as well. And then I would do probably Soul Eater, because it's the dark damage if I'm not mistaken. Soul Eater does dark, elemental, magic damage sacrificed from your HP. But just a straight up dark damage. So elemental damage. That's what magic is. It's just elemental damage. Straight up elemental damage, but you have to sacrifice your HP. And you'll dish out dark elemental damage. And I would do this when he is probably with full HP. And then I would attack, and I'd also have him use telekinesis, but only on flying enemies. Because it makes more sense. Oh, flying. You should have did this with all classifications, I think. Like, in other words, having faux flying, faux plant, faux insect, faux beast. That would have been cool, but they only did it with the flyers and the undead for some reason. A little odd, but alright. I'll bite. Alright, so now we're going to go to an attack gambit. To probably anything that's probably targeting the ally. Now, healing. we definitely want somebody to throw out Phoenix Downs, but more importantly, potions. But we need high potions, but we ain't got them right now. So just have them using regular potions, I guess. And a Phoenix Down, yeah, but I would imagine. But you may want to use Chronos tier, because you're going to need them here. I mean, more or less. And I'll probably get more into this in my next STEELEPLAY, Part 7. We will be covering more on, well, the Sansi as a, like I said, the Sansi can be a pretty big place, and that's why I wanted us to come prepared and finish up that hunt that we did. And like I said, there's a lot of new things that'll be offered, but it's a very long trek, so just get ready for it, guys, and be prepared. Until then, as I always say, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I hope it's been helpful, as I try to always do my best. But we will continue this in Part 7. We will take on the rest of the Nam Yensa, and as well as the Ogaya Yensa. So stick around for Part 7 as we make our way to the Tomb of Raythor and uncover Lady Ash's date of birth within the form of a monstrosity known as an Esper, which will be our first magical limit break, so to speak. Our first magical mischarge. And we will get into that more in Part 7. So then, like I always say, thank you all for your reviews and subscribes. I really appreciate it, and especially now more than ever, I really do. Support. That support means a lot, and I just hope hope you guys enjoyed the show and the commentary in general. But until my next Part 7, until my next stream broadcast, keep it gaming, keep it safe, and keep it strong. And I guess happy holidays these days, right? Because we're getting close. Happy Thanksgiving, like I said before. I already said that. But yeah, I hope you guys all had a good Thanksgiving. I don't want to sound like a broken record. Have a Merry Christmas and a goddamn Happy New Year. And then if I don't hear from you, then we'll know it's true. Or then we'll see if you've been bad or good, because shit, I don't know. Be good for the sake of you, and then you'll have a good New Year too. But until then, fuck me and fuck you too. I'm kidding, I love you. So I guess love me and love you too, and just love each other until you're red in the face, or you're blue, or your balls turn blue because you hadn't had sex in, I don't know, since 2002, and you're just like, God damn, I need to get laid. Well, I don't know. Someone help me, Lord. I think I'm just gonna, I don't know. I think I might just turn into a piece of shit on a stick, and then if I don't get laid, then I think I'm gonna start looking for a girl I need to try to find so I can get on a date. But now, the only thing I look like is a pedophile who looks like I'd be down to rape, but the only thing I'm raping is a rake. And I mean, who wants to rape a rake if you could just act like Jesus and wear a pair of ice skates and walk on water like you didn't give a flying F in the first place? And that's all I got right now, guys. Hope you guys, find that special someone on MySpace, like I said, because if you haven't gotten laid in a long time, then you're looking in the wrong place. Or maybe you're not, because maybe I'm the one that y'all has been looking for. Or maybe just check out MySpace or Facebook, and you'll be lucky enough to get that lucky someone. And you will be off to the races quicker than I could say, oh boy. Slow down there. Oh boy. Anyway, yeah, join me in Port 7, guys. I will be, like I said, making my way to the Tomb of Wraithball, and you'll finally get this gal's, or I should say Ash's, Ashelia's date of birth in the form of a monster. But, yeah, until then, thanks for watching, guys. Join me in Part 7 of my official STEELEPLAY commentary guide, or my STEELEPLAY official commentary guide of Final Fantasy XII, Zodiac Age. But until then, let me just repeat it. Keep it gaming, keep it safe, and keep it strong, and happy holidays! As we know, there are plenty of them these days. It is that time of year, so there is 1,000,001 holidays going on, and I just want to say, I wish you all the best for every single one of them. But until then, keep it tight.